landslide has taken a Colombian dam project down for the time being, and a legendary nuclear contractor is getting a new lease on life in the U.S. I'm Rod Walton, content editor for Power Engineering. Today is Monday, August 6th. Coming up, I'll have these stories and more and our Energy News Wrap-Up. EPM of Medellin in Colombia plans to raise up to the equivalent of $1.4 billion US from asset sales as it tries to remain solvent in the wake of a hydro plant crisis. Landslides in late April postponed construction of the 2.4 gigawatt Etuango hydropower site. The plant was expected to begin operating this December and supply 17% of Colombian electricity within 3 years. That's not going to happen as hoped, putting EPM into financial crisis. It hopes to divest a 10% interest in power transmission company ISA as part of the fundraising. Pacific Gas and Electric is getting help from fellow utilities along the West Coast as it struggles with the massive Mendocino and Carr wildfires in Northern California. PG&E itself has set up several operation base camps to support emergency responders who are fighting to contain the deadly blazes. Meanwhile, mutual aid is arriving from various fellow utilities. Those include Avista, Clark Public Utilities, San Diego Gas and Electric, and Southern California Edison, among numerous others. PG&E has reported at least $1 billion in losses from last year's wildfires. Mendocino combined is the fourth largest wildfire in California history and has charred more than 250,000 acres, while Carr has burned more than 150,000 acres. At least 7 people have died. Our hearts and utility manpower are going out to those ravaged areas. Well, it's been a Charles Dickens tale of two cities kind of time for U.S. nuclear energy lately. Some plants are facing early retirement, while other utilities are trying to renew licenses and stretch the lifespan to an unprecedented 80 years, such as Exelon's Peach Bottom reactor units. And one long-running negative story turned somewhat positive in this past week. Westinghouse Electric emerged from Chapter 11 bankruptcy and has a new owner. Brookfield Business Partners acquired the giant nuclear contractor for about $4.6 billion, half of what Westinghouse had lost before it filed for bankruptcy. Brookfield CEO Cyrus Maiden expressed optimism for Westinghouse's future in the nuclear industry. And while the company has had some money-draining moments in U.S. projects such as the VC Summer and Vogtle plants, it has had success with other efforts in China and the Ukraine. Last but not least, to quote my favorite, The Godfather, it's business, not personal, for clean energy. U.S. companies are dominating corporate procurement of clean energy this year, according to Bloomberg NEF's latest Outlook report. American firms have acquired 4.2 gigawatts in clean energy PPAs so far this year, breaking records. Two companies, jelly maker J.M. Smucker and healthcare firm Novartis, last week announced PPA wind power deals totaling 160 megawatts. In Europe, meanwhile, companies also are stepping up to purchase 1.6 gigawatts in long-term clean energy deals. They are doing this, Bloomberg says, not because of lofty sustainability goals, as much as the fixed price, long-term economic certainties of clean energy PPAs. Remember that clean energy is right there with nuclear power and gas generation technologies as part of the All of the Above Power Gen International Conference, December 4th through 6th in Orlando. Well, I'm Rod Walton, and thank you for watching this Energy News Wrap-Up.